Hi, I'm Heather.
And I'm Ece. We're the hosts of the ESL podcast, English as a Singing Language.
Can you believe that we released the first episode of the podcast 6 months ago?
It's hard to believe. The time really flies.
It sure does. In fact, we released our first episode on a warm, sunny day. And now, here in the northern part of the world, it's already getting pretty cold.
I feel like maybe today's episode will be related to that theme somehow.
I think maybe you're right. And this episode will include rhyming words and a useful strategy for linking words together smoothly.
That sounds great. I can't wait to talk about this song.
Neither can I. Let's get started.
Hi, Heather. Are you okay? You look absolutely miserable.
I am miserable today.
Why? Have you looked outside? It's a beautiful, snowy winter wonderland.
That's why I'm so miserable. It's so cold today. Everywhere I look, it's just snow, snow, snow.
You know, you sound a bit like the song I was just listening to.
What song is that?
It's the popular winter-themed song, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow.
That's a lot of snow.
That's true. Most of the time, people shorten the title to one, Let It Snow.
I feel like that's still too much snow.
I know you are not a big fan of cold weather and snow, but look at the bright side. We have finished grading all of our papers and preparing lessons for tomorrow, and we don't have to go anywhere today. We can just stay inside where it is nice and warm and enjoy the snow from here.
I guess you're right. As long as I stay here with my blanket and my hot chocolate, it's not so bad. So, Ece, what do we know about this song, Let It Snow?
I think you will enjoy the origin story of this song.
Oh, yeah? Why is that?
Well, in the summer of 1945, the writers Sammy Cahn and Jules Stein were in the middle of a heat wave, a period of extremely hot weather in Hollywood, California.
That sounds wonderful.
Well, they were as miserable in the heat as you are in the cold. In fact, writer Sammy Cahn said, quote, "Let It Snow was written on Hollywood and Vine on the hottest day of the year. I said to Jules Stein, why don't we go down to the beach and cool off? He said, why don't we stay here and write a winter song? I went to the typewriter. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've got no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Now, why 3 let it snows? Why not 2 or 4? Because 3 is lyric."
I think I would have probably decided to go to the beach, but I do agree with him. 3 Let It Snows is just right, and it is very lyric. Lyric means light and fitting the melody of the song.
Do you know what else it is?
No, what?
It's a great example of how to link words together when one word ends in a consonant and the next word begins with a vowel.
Can you explain that a bit more?
Sure. Think about the word let. It ends in a consonant T, right? Let.
Yes, I think I see where you're going with this. And the next word, it, starts with a vowel sound, I, it.
Yep. So the final T from let just links naturally to the I in it. So we don't say or sing let, it. It just naturally becomes let it.
That makes it a lot easier to sing and to say. Are there any other examples of this kind of linking in this song?
There are plenty. How about show signs of stopping? The final S of signs links to the O of the word of.
Or and I brought has the linking between and I. It's and I.
This is a fun one. The lights are turned has the final TS linked to the vowel A in R. So it's pronounced lights are instead of lights are.
There's Out in the storm. Out in.
And there's also but if you really, with the link between but and if.
Thinking about linking words together this way with a consonant ending plus a vowel beginning really makes it easier to speak more fluently.
So I can say, I ate an apple and drank a glass of orange juice.
Yes, that sounds great. And I can say, I read a book about an interesting event.
That's another good example. This is the easiest kind of linking, where we link the final consonant sound to the next word that begins with a vowel. Linking words together in English can be challenging, especially if you speak a language that doesn't have consonants like P, T, K, B, D, G, for example, at the end of a word.
It's easy to just leave them off and not pronounce them at all. So you might say, I have 5 of them instead of I have 5 of them. I imagine we'll talk about other types of linking in future episodes, but this is a great one to start with. You know, I haven't even thought about the cold weather since we started talking about this.
Well, the lyrics of the song will definitely keep you warm too. The whole song is about 2 people who prefer spending time together and don't want to go out into the cold.
That's right. The first 2 lines of the song, "Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful," really paint a picture for us.
I especially like the 2 rhyming adjectives, frightful and delightful, comparing the terrible or frightful snowstorm with the lovely or delightful fire in the fireplace. That sounds wonderful.
There are 2 more rhyming words that really help describe the winter scene. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The snow is continuing to fall. It isn't stopping, and corn for popping sounds perfect. I would love to have some popcorn to go with my hot chocolate.
Me too. You know popcorn is my favorite snack.
I think the next lyrics are especially cute and descriptive. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm.
You have the rhyming of night and tight and storm and warm. And it really creates an image of 2 people who are enjoying their time together and don't want it to end.
And finally, at the end of the song, they sing, "The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying." It's the end of the evening, and the fire is dying, while the couple is goodbying.
Wait a minute. Can goodbye be a verb? Can we say, I goodbyed my friend yesterday? That doesn't sound right.
No, goodbye can't be a verb in regular conversation, but here it rhymes with dying, and it fits the rhythm and melody of the song. It just adds to the general cute, romantic feeling of the song.
I like that. So, what do you think? Do you still hate the snow?
Maybe not so much now, as long as it's safe and warm inside. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Okay, it definitely sounds like we're ready to sing. Who sings this song?
Actually, so many artists have recorded this song that there are many versions of it from over the years. Out of all of them, we've chosen our top 10 favorite versions of Let It Snow.
10 versions?
There are actually many more versions than that, but we've chosen a variety of different artists from the original recording by Vaughn Monroe with the Norton sisters in 1946, all the way up to the Goo Goo Dolls cover of Let It Snow in 2020.
And everything in between. Take a listen to all of them and see which version you like best.
Don't forget to sing out loud to all of them and try linking the words together. There are links to our top 10 versions in the episode notes.
Thank you so much for joining us for this cozy, winter-themed episode of English as a Singing Language.
I enjoyed this episode so much, it has made me forget how much I really dislike a cold, wintry day.
I didn't think that was possible. Make sure you check out the English as a Singing Language website for extra information, like the song lyrics and a transcript of the episode, so you can read along while you listen.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Singing Languages. You'll get clues about upcoming episodes, and you'll be the first to know when each episode is released.
You should also click subscribe wherever you listen to the podcast, so you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode.
Until then, have fun, stay warm, and just keep singing.